Alright. Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I sneezed. Oh man. All right, we're here. So this is gonna be the last one. Yeah, this is gonna be the last one for Elden Ring. Basically, just fight the boss, fight the final boss, which should be fun. I was doing lore dives, and it's fucking nuts as to like some of the hypotheses, and a lot of like the stuff that a lot of people have come up with like the reasoning and like what exactly is going on, and it's all starting to make sense. um so particularly the end boss, and shit's crazy. Shit is nuts. So I didn't get this intro like at all. So it's a feminine body, you see, with blonde hair. And then the hair becomes red. And then it's male. So what I've been seeing is that apparently that's Queen Marika, and that's also Radagon. So the lore implication is that Radagon and Queen Marika are one and the same. And I was like, wait, what? And then it all starts to make sense. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Audio is bad. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, something's fudgy with the audio. Yep. That's not been happening a lot, but it's been happening like a couple times. Like the audio is just like distorted for some reason. Oh man. I think we're good now. So yeah. Basically, also another thing that like implicated that something was weird was obviously Jesus, I can't talk. Was obviously the disappearance of Queen America, the when everything went to shit, basically. Ow. Whoops. Oh. I might have to reallocate my points. Oh yeah, and Millennia and God, I keep wanting to say Miliana, but Millennia and Mikola's birth was also a weird one. God damn it. Shit. He's not gonna be a good old fun time. So I just realized that like the update happened for this game, and they updated some of the little stuff on the map.
Ah, is it time? Now.
Big health. Actually, there's a couple places I want to visit just to see how they're doing. Because after we did our shizzle. There he is. He's sitting.
At last, the war festival has ended. Brave champion, the celebration was spectacular. General Radahn is surely pleased. Festering with rot and crippled by madness, all he wanted was an honorable death. Finally, I'm no longer bound to this. I have a task. Old business. May we meet again. It's may we meet.
Oh, cool. Alright, and then there was, yes, Fort Hague. See how he's doing. Monkey.
I must begin my search for a true and stalwart.
Oh.
I must beg for a true and...
Okay. You're still doing your thing. Alright. Back to the Elden Throne. Alright, how we doing on battery? We got one little bit left of battery. Good thing the other controller has been charged. Elden Ring. Uh-oh. Damn it. God damn it, what a dickhead. Jeez. God damn it. Man, I'm dead. God. Oh, I realize the dings aren't going. Are they? Oh no, they are. Okay. I wonder how the hell you're supposed to avoid that. Oh, you mother... Oh my god. That happened. No. Forgot. Huh? Almost forgot. We had 700. Holy shit. Jesus fucking Christ. I want to take him one-on-one and then eventually get my mimic into the second boss. Oh shit. This is gonna be rough. I mean, this sword is pretty much helping out, so it's not all bad. Oh, god damn it, that hitbox. Oish. Could it be time for shield? Could I use the shield now? Yep, shield's not really working out. Hold on. Okay. Oh my god, I thought I rolled. Hold on. Bleed is good, but the problem is that I don't know if I can continue on with bleed. We're just gonna play around with stuff, obviously. Will this work against him? I don't know. I didn't even see it was like right there. Yeah, I might as well switch back to blood. Should have read the patch notes. All I know is that they nerfed Mimic and the Hoarfrost Stomp. That's all I know. Nope, too chunk. shit. He is a tough bastard. You know what? See if I can summon some people. I've heard that this boss is pretty tough. And he kind of is. Okay. Back on the servers. Guess not. I think I'm gonna have to change the weapon type. Yeah, I was saying that blood was okay, but then it's just like blood's fucking me up. Is this plague? Oh, you know, probably the what I'm wearing currently. It's kind of cool. It's a cool little effect. Hmm. I'm gonna try to upgrade this. First off, good luck. Don't give up. Damn. Fuck! Fuck. Oh my god, are you fucking serious, you asshole? Oh my god. This is going terribly. Nice. What are you doing, Mimic? Oh, shit. You mother... Looks dead. Fuck. Oh, sweet Lord. Baby Jesus. I'm looking up level recommendations for this. shit. That jumping would work. Mimic, what are you doing? Dead. You son of a bitch. Comes out of health. Oh, come on. Dude, just getting to this phase is, like, it's rough. Because Radagon hits hard, but I have no clue. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Goddamn skeleton. Oh, okay. What the actual shit? Oh, fuck. I want to see what this thing drops. Uh-oh. Are you serious? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, Mimic, are you serious? Mimic said, what the fuck, dude? Fucking bird. It wasn't even worth it. There you go. Hmm. Cool. Hmm. Is that death? To find out. Nope. I haven't. Did I not complete this one? Nope. Just looking, frames apparently dropped. I'm just try to get like one more. I think the thing is with Radagon, he doesn't get stunned easily. So that's what makes him a little difficult. Whoops. No. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna try to figure out what the fuck to do for this boss fight. But I'll be back in a bit. Alright. See ya.
Okay. This is not gonna go well. I already sense it. This is not gonna go well. Did I say something? Oh no, move out the way, Mimic. Shit. Shit. Fuck. I'm doing it too early. I could just jump. Damn it, man. Shit. Damn it. Whoops. Katana is doing really good. Okay. Mimic's dead. I underestimate the distance. Oh my god. Oh, that is horrible. Oh my god, what the actual fuck? God damn it. Shit. Oh my god, the fucking camera. Oh my god. Fuck. A lot better. Katana. So we're staying with the katana. The katana is somehow doing way, way better. I really do want to see if I can take him one-on-one. Shit. You son of a bitch. come on. Whoops. Come on. Really gotta learn his moves. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this in this one stream. What? Oh. Oh, come on. No, no. Nope. Shit. I don't have my thing equipped. Hmm. It's rough. It's really rough. Oh, fuck. Shit. The fuck? Fuck. He said rough. Damn. Fuck you. Cool. Shit. What? Oh, come on. Oh. I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that thinks there's some delay input, but I don't. I could just be going crazy at this point. But let me see. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Here I thought it bugged out. I want to yell so much, but it's so late at night. Summon Ronnie. I can summon Ronnie. But... oh, hold on. I'm trying to think. I don't know which one to do. Hmm. Oh. God, I'm so conflicted because we just got to the end. Oh. I did all the side quests, but my thing is... what do I do? Because this is the normal ending. God, I'm so conflicted. Well, I kind of want to check out to see the what's it called? The other endings. It's kind of a shame, man, because it's like once you hit the ending, that's it. Want to look at the other endings, you gotta figure that shit out. You know what? We did all of Ronnie's quests. Let's go with Ronnie. And then I'll look at the other endings. Because Ronnie's quest was like
The battle is
complicated.
over, I see.
So just redoing that kind of suck. So I gotta look up the Elden Ring endings.
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.
God damn. I don't know why, if like mentally the using a controller plugged in made me do better, but holy shit. I got so livid when I thought the boss got frozen, and I was like, oh shit, like this is a great opportunity. But then it was just like, it was only for like a small tidbit. Damn, man. It's rough. It's rough, that final boss. Still genuinely like, ah, God. Kind of want to save my thoughts after we watch all the endings. But yeah, we get there when we get there. It's a good game. It's a very, very good game. Yeah, because I was thinking about it because I'm like, okay, you get the normal ending, or you can get one ending that I wasn't able to get. Then there's also the ending with Fia, but then at the same time, the one that was very complicated, and I felt like really had to go into it, was Ronnie's thing. So I felt like I might as well try to do it. Honestly, special thanks to George R.R. Martin, because I felt like doing Ronnie's quest would have been worth it. Well, doing the ending for Ronnie would have been worth it because of all the stuff just to get to that point. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to go do that again. But you know, it's not as bad when you think about it, because I don't know how I'm gonna be with getting to the end of the game again, because of the fact that, well, I have to get the runes again, I'm pretty sure. But either way, I just have to like go through the mainline bosses, which is not terrible. The reason why I was so focused on doing like the side content stuff was to do everything and get all the trophies, essentially. That's essentially it. So yeah, I'm gonna save a little bit of that in my thoughts. Man. All right, I'm gonna move over to the next, because I have the thing here. I'm just gonna wait for the game to stop the credits. Kind of don't want to skip over it, because in case something happened. No, you're not borrowing. I'm replaying again, bitch. Anyway, get out of here, Wesley. Get out of here. You can have Returnal back. I don't need that bitch-ass game, because I found a game that punches my shit in even further. I'm replaying this shit again. Can't believe you show up now when the credits are hitting. Bitch-ass Wesley. Feels weird, like actually coming to the end of this game. But I mean, I put in a shit ton of hours into it, so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got stomped multiple times. This is my game to get stomped in. I don't need Returnal to stomp me. I need this game to stomp me. That's why you cannot borrow, because I need to be stomped. It's a really good game. I don't know if you would like it, though. Because I think you beat Bloodborne, right? Oh, you didn't beat Bloodborne. It's way, way tougher, man. Like, it's way tougher. You still haven't fought Gurman? The final boss, right? Is that one you're talking about? Not Father Gascoigne? 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 Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's... And you never played Sekiro, right? Because the thing is that this game is very it's all from software games, like all rolled into one. So like you have jump stuff, you have obviously the dodging, and then you have like crazy counter moves and shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, you have played Sekiro, but you haven't beaten it, I'm assuming. Because I did. I beat Sekiro. And that game is tough as fuck. I enjoyed it though. It's tough as fuck. Man. I thought I was about to give up. Well, not give up, but I was like feeling a little down because I'm like, am I actually a good level for this boss? And I beat it. Got stuck at the tower after lightning guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where you are. After the the second Genichiro fight, where he's like, you got to do that jump lightning attack. That was cool shit, though. We gotta admit, it's some cool ass shit. Chose the bad option. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. There's a decision that you have to make, and it really like depends whether or not the game goes a little bit easier on you. I forgot about that. I really forgot about that. No. Do not want to start. Because there's some stuff that I still gotta find, like talismans and stuff, to do a little bit more of the trophy hunting shit. And then I'll start Journey 2 to get the rest of the stuff. But you know what, actually? Let's move over and look at the other endings. Hold on. Doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know it's like, do you really want to play this, Wesley? Because that's the thing, is that like it is really tough, man. It is a very tough game. I don't know who the fuck said that like this game is so easily accessible when in reality it really isn't. At some point, okay. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like it's tough. That's all I have to say. It's like it's tough, man. Hold on, I gotta do some stuff on my end. Okay, and then go over to this one. Yeah, that's where I am. Alright. We're gonna be checking out Games from Mars's. So apparently there's currently like 6 endings that you can find, which is great. So we already saw the thing for Ronnie, which is I wouldn't say it's the hardest one to get, but it's a lot of stuff that you have to do for like side quests and stuff like that, and then eventually get the ending for it. So we went with that one because I don't want my next round to be some bullshit. Oh, you can't hear it. Hold on. Hold on. See if we fix it. Do. Mm. Hold on. Okay. Oh yeah, so that happens. Oh, burping. That's cool. Also really loud. So yeah, that's the Frenzied Flame. Yes. Remembering the Erdtree, Melina will appear in a cutscene after the ending. Okay. Oh, this is the Dung Eater quest line. Interesting. So the Frenzied Flame one I know is essentially down all the way in the sewers. I believe it's in the sewers. Is the Three Fingers. And the Three Fingers are like essentially the reasoning for like the Frenzied Flame, and the Frenzied Flame's essentially like madness and stuff like that, which is weird. But I don't know. I can't really go any further into that because it's something that I personally still don't get. But we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out maybe. Hopefully the lore videos come out and I can explore a little bit more. So I forgot that Dung Eater apparently has a thing that you can do.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the reviled curse that defined our age. The blessing of despair.
Huh. It's probably something that's probably explained in Dung Eater's quest as to like why despair is such a thing he's enamored with. Oh yeah, Gold Mask. I only saw once, but I tried interacting with him and nothing. So I have no idea about anything about Gold Mask.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord in our home across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of order.
Okay, so the next one is if I went with Fia's ending for the Rune of the Death Prince. Yep. 2 wheels.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord in our home across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
It's very interesting that a lot of these endings are very cookie cutter. Which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah. So what I know from Fia's quest is that Fia wanted death. She wanted an ending to this eternal life bullshit. So that's why she was like, I want all of us to actually just not die, but like become mortal essentially. And that was the problem with the Elden Ring being shattered itself, was that cycle of basically life coming back from the dead essentially. Oh my god, God Apostle. So this is the normal ending. This is what I could have gotten. Gotta admit, the one that I chose is a little bit better. Because like I said, a lot of them are a little cookie cutter of like the narrator being like, our seed will recall some bullshit. And it's like, okay. God, it's so terrible. It's clipping through. It's terrible. God, that costume is so fucking grotesque and weird and cool and creepy, all mixed in one.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Hello, it's me again. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. No, that's not it. Okay, there we go. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. I'm back. Oh god. Forgot to change. That's still working. It's still working. Huh. Music's not going off. Alright, so it's 7:29. Oh, man. See if we can buy some more armor sets. Yep, that's everyone. All right. Okay, so time for my review of the Elden Rings. At 729 deaths. This is a crazy thing to think of. I honestly thought this game was gonna take up my whole life, which technically it did. Even though it came out this month, it pretty much took over my entire life because of how interesting and how crazy this world is. And man, it's like I don't know where to it's like I don't know where to go. In the sense that like there's so much in this game, and it's just like you can tell that From Software really put a lot of care into this game, because I'm pretty sure this game got delayed. I think it was supposed to come out in January, but it got delayed to March. And it feels well, I'm pretty sure it's one of those reasons because of the pandemic and stuff like that. But like I was saying, is that like it feels like one of those games that was taken care of really well, obviously. And it's oh man, like there's so much in this game. There's so much. You can tell by like the endings, even though one of the criticisms I have about the endings is the base ones are very cookie cutter, and it's like that's kind of unfortunate. Like I was expecting maybe a little something more from the narrator, but you know, you only get like the same lines with just a new phrase, and it's like that's unfortunate. And you know, the only two really interesting endings are the quests you do for Ronnie, and then the frenzied Lord. So like I'm trying to think about it. It's an interesting game with a ton of crazy bullshit in it. Yeah, it's I think this is where I can go into like the pillars and stuff. I really like the From Software games. I really like the Dark Souls games, the Bloodborne game. I was gonna say games, but like Souls games in general, and that's including Sekiro. Because Sekiro was such a
a huge difference, a huge change in like mechanics and stuff, and it's great to see that this game takes a piece of Sekiro. But you know, that's gonna be that's a conversation for mostly the mechanics part of the review. So I love the Souls games. I love the weirdness of them. I love the weirdness of the worlds, and I feel like there's so much that I want from the story because they're so vague and they don't really hit you over the head. Like they lightly tap you with some stuff about like what's going on, but they don't really hit you on the head of like, this is the story, this is what's going on, these are our characters, this is what's, you know. Obviously when you get that intro cutscene, you are given a bit of lore of like what is going on in this world, who are some of the like very well-known people in this world. Like, you know, you got Hoarah, which I didn't know was actually Godfrey, which was really fucking cool. You got Gold Mask, Sir Gideon Ofnir. Like, you get that little character stuff. But yeah, the story itself is very interesting, in the sense that like it is very vague as to, and I'm gonna go back to vague because like that's what the story is. It's vague as hell, but it's interesting in the fact that it is also a fantasy setting, more in the sense of like it's to make it Tolkien is not really it. Like it kind of is. Like it kind of is Tolkien, but like a more darker version of Tolkien stuff. So it's this crazy dark world that you're already in a world that's fractured. It's essentially Game of Thrones all over again, where these demigods are fighting for basically leadership of this world, and their goddess is essentially just missing. And it's like, huh, that's weird. And then you got that setup from the trailer of the game that came out like I want to say a couple weeks back, where it explains what exactly happened to Godwyn. And that was something that I was like, I thought there was going to be something more with Godwyn, but that's even vaguer because of the fact that like his death isn't really explained, or like there's no really real reason as to why he had to die, but that pretty much kicks off the story. Like I said, I was looking up like lore implications of like what exactly is going on in this world. Why did Marika like disappear? What's going on with Radagon, and you know why is this world essentially really fucked? And the one lore thing that I mentioned this before in the beginning of the stream. The one lore thing that was very like I felt like makes sense was the lore implication that Marika and Radagon are the same person, and Godwyn was her favorite. And with the death of Godwyn, we don't know exactly what went through Marika's head, but the Elden Ring got shattered. And Radagon tried to fix everything back together, but it didn't work. And then eventually Radagon and Marika became one again. And that's why Marika essentially goes missing. And then you got the other demigods fighting for rulership and shit like that, because essentially they both go missing. So it's this interesting Game of Thrones of demigods that are trying to like fight for this concept. That's the thing. The Elden Ring is interesting because it's a concept kind of. I wanna say, and it's so cool of like what they set up. Like, you know, you got the fight with Millennia. Yes, Millennia. You got the fight with Millennia and the fight with Radon. And
that fight, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this cool prosthetic warrior woman is fighting this giant barbarian man. And I'm like, all right, I want to see where this goes. And, apparently that went to a standstill. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then obviously your character is in the world like years, or I don't know how long after, but like way after the whole war. So basically the land is fractured, essentially. And it's such an interesting thing of like the tarnished. They're technically your undead from Dark Souls, but the tarnished are the undead essentially. And in this world they're viewed as like abominations, and it's just like, that's interesting. So it's cool to see that like they like everyone around is just like, there's no way a tarnish can be a lord. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would an abomination become a lord and things like that? And you kind of prove them wrong, which has always been like the thing about like Dark Souls, is just like, you're the undead, or like you're tainted blood. So it's just one of those things where it's like you're essentially the underdog, and you like prove everyone wrong, which is kind of goofy. But yeah, as its story itself is very interesting, but it's one of those things where you really have to like piece things together, or just do what I did and like look up lore stuff, like either on YouTube or maybe like on Reddit. But it's really interesting, and that's the thing. It's just like, I kind of want a book about this. Like, I want a book of like all the lore stuff all together, like just everything. Like I want to know about like Godwyn, like the demigods before. I wanted to know what essentially they were doing beforehand, because a lot of the stuff beforehand was so much more interesting. Not to say the game was boring, but it's just like to hear Ronnie be like, yeah, I'm in a doll's body, and I tried to get the rune of death, and yeah, peace broke off, so there was that. And it's like, oh. And then the whole thing with Millennia, where she fought Radahn, and then Radahn went fucking crazy. And I like that little setup when you fight Radahn, where the guy for the tournament is like, yeah, like, let me paint you a picture of like what's going on over at that other island. Yeah, Radahn fucking lost his mind. Like, he doesn't know who friend or foe is. He's like gone mad with like eating, and the reason why is because the scarlet rot that Millennia gave him. And it's like, holy shit. So it's like that trailer was super important to the lore. And the other like interesting aspect was like fucking Godfrey was so cool. Like, when you get to his second phase and he's like, all right, I'm gonna fight you as a warrior, I'm gonna fight you as Hoarah, and I'm like, wait, Hoarah was like one of the characters from the intro, and it's like, oh shit, this dude is gonna fight you with his fucking grapple moves, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's so cool. Like I said, like, that's the thing, is that like a lot of like the world and the characters around you essentially are like super interesting. And then I guess this kind of goes into characters as well, is that like a lot of like the side quest stuff that you do for some characters are pretty interesting, because you get to see like their development and stuff. Like, I had no idea that Fia and Dee were somehow connected, and then Dee dies and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And you get to Fia, and Fia is like, are you gonna kill me? Like, are you gonna try to kill me, bro? You gonna try to stop me like the Golden Order, so you can have this fucking never-ending life? And then you have that choice of saying like, yes, I'm going to kill you, or no, I just want to be embraced. And it's, I chose the embrace option, and she's like, you're a weird one, but sure, I'll embrace you. And then she kind of confides in you and tells you about like, I'm gonna have to go, like, but I want you to know that this world, death has to come, like, it eventually has to happen. So it's that interesting thing of like, that's not where I was thinking of it going. And then the little things of like Roderica and Hugh, where Hugh, you meet for the first time, you're like, whoa, what is weird looking lizard man, I think? And you get that little background about Hugh, about like how he's essentially a prisoner in the Round Table Hold because he betrayed someone, I forget who, but he did something, and Queen, and it, he feels like it's his duty to Queen America to like repent, and that's why he's there. And then when you bring Roderica to do the spirit tuning, it's such an interesting thing where he is like, yeah, like she has something. I can't, like, I'm pretty sure she's able to tune spirits. And it's like, and he even mentions it. He's like, I haven't seen anyone like that in like forever. So it's interesting to see someone have the ability to do that. And then you convince Roderica to do spirit tuning, and you know, obviously that helps you with the game. But yeah, it's just like there are moments where like he talks to you and he's like, I'm worried about her, and Roderica is like, I'm worried about him. And then you get to the end of the game where, you know, it's one of those moments where you feel kind of sad because Hugh's job is to ensure that you have a weapon to kill a god, and he's like, I'm gonna stand by it. And Roderica is like very concerned of just like, we gotta leave because the round table's burning, like we can't stay here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay here. And then I guess she chooses to stay as well, and it's just like, damn, that's really, really sad. Like, that's the thing, I was not expecting to be like, holy shit, like I never thought I would actually care about Souls characters. But yeah, there are a lot of like interesting characters, and there's a lot of things I would like to learn about them on like possible lore videos that somebody does, specifically Vati Vidya. But it's such a cool world, and I guess this gets into the setting, the world itself, like the map. The game tricks you, and that's what I really like. That the game fucking tricks you. It makes you think, oh yeah, this world is big, but it's not gonna be that huge. And then you you get that little section of the world, and then you go further up, or you get transported somewhere that like is in a fucking corner of like up top, and then you scroll down, and you're like, wait, that's the world that I explored before. Where the fuck am I? And it's just like, how big is this world? And you know, you keep progressing, you keep moving forward, trying to find maps, and it's just like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like, what the fuck? And then when you get to the what is it called, the broken city of Farum Azula, I think it's called, with the wolf, with the beastmen, with the bloodborns, it's just like, whoa, this is so out here. And then even the divine tower that's like isolated, it's just like, where the hell is this? This is so out here. It's all neat about the world. It's just like, that's in a metaphorical sense, it is fractured, but at the same time, in a literal sense, it is a fractured world because of how fucking weird everything is placed. You know, like the first time I saw Kaled, I was like, whoa, what is this area? Why is it red? What is going on? And then getting like the lore stuff. And I think to add back to the characters, Sir Gideon Ofnir was really helpful in explaining about like some of the demigods and like what's going on, you know, about the world, and he was very helpful for the lore part of the game. And then, you know, when you read the runes and like the souls essentially of the bosses you fought, it's neat to get like, you know, some background about them. I'm going back to characters, but like I really like the whole thing about like, wait, why does Mog have Mikola? And then it's just like, oh. And then wait, what's going on with Mikola and Millennia? Like, why are they cursed? And it's like, wait, that's fucked. And it's just like, it's just layers and layers and layers. Especially Mikola and Millennia are cursed children because they are children of Radagon and Marika, which they are essentially the same person. So because of them being the same person, Millennia and Mikola are cursed. And for them being cursed, Millennia has Scarlet Rot, that every time she does the bloom attack, the Scarlet Rot progresses further. And for Mikola has eternal youth, so Mikola is pretty much a child the whole time. And they show Mikola at the beginning of the cutscene. They show Mikola and Mog. So essentially, what happens, what I kind of gathered, and what I kind of saw from other lore videos, is that Mikola was taken away by Mog, because Mog wanted Mikola to obtain godhood, but it essentially didn't work out, and um, Millennia has been waiting for Mikola for years. And that's why when you first meet her, she's sitting by the tree, because the tree was where Mikola was. Essentially, that tree was something that Mikola created and was a part of. So that little cocoon thing that you find in the arena when you fight Mog is Mikola, and that's the cocoon Mikola was in, and that was essentially torn out of the tree that Millennia is in. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Like, it's such this crazy thing of like, what? There's so much going on. Yeah, lore stuff is really cool in these games. I think that's why I really enjoy them. It's just like, how fucked up is this gonna be? Is my mindset. It's just like, man, all right, give me the weird shit. Which is why that whole thing of Marika and Radagon being the same person was just like, what the fuck? And then apparently, like, they're just the smaller play pieces to a bigger game, because apparently, like, Marika is like a vessel for like the will, and or like the greater will, I believe it's called. And that's why you have like these fucking creatures coming from, like, that's why you have that weird celestial creature of just like what is going on? Why are these like bloodborne Cthulhu monsters showing up? And it's like, oh, because of the fractured and like all that other shit that can possibly be a reason. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. All right. So yeah, back to setting. Yeah, the world is every level was so cool just to see of like, where does this go? Like, what do you like? Why is this world so messed up? And you know, when you start out in Limgrave, I was not expecting the world to get like that crazy, where you're going to Caelid, where it's a scarlet rot swamp essentially, and the explanation behind that is that's where the standstill happened between Millennia and Radahn. And it makes sense because that's where you fight Radahn. And then, you know, you got the frost giant area where these fucking, there's an all-out battle between like the hands and the frost giants and the birds, and it's just like chaos up there. And then you get to Lindell, the capital city, and it's like this gorgeous place, but like it's so fucked up. And yeah, it's just remnants of what it was. And then you go further into Lindell, and it's just like, oh, there's even more creepy shit that's going on down here. Yeah, and it's so cool. Like, you got the round table hold where you meet like other NPCs that talk to you, and then, you know, this is where you can essentially do other quest lines. And yeah, round table hold is cool because you know, you get introduced to the two fingers, and you know, you think that, oh, you know, you got to follow the will of the two fingers, and then I forget who explains it to you, but they're like, no, the two fingers are corrupt. Like, you can't trust the words of the two fingers. You gotta make a decision for yourself, essentially, or, you know, take other options, because those fuckers don't know what they're doing. So it's up to you, kind of. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what is a world that stuck with me. I would have to say Caelid. Caelid, like, really stuck with me because how fucking crazy it looked compared to the rest of the world, where, you know, you're going through like the forest of Limgrave, and then you got the area of Lernia, you know, like that watery area. It's like not really a swamp. It's like boglands, kind of. Yeah, I guess swamp. But it's, you don't get poisoned because every time a swamp happens, it's always poison. You know, you got like the bog area where these fucking crazy giant lobster / crayfish things and crabs and wizards are doing some crazy nutso shit. And then you got Mount Gelmnir, Mount Gelmir is also fucking crazy as well, because it's just like a battlefield on a mountain, and then you eventually get to Volcano Manor, and it's just like, wait, there's a manor here, and it just goes from there. Like the shit with the ride cart was really cool. Yeah, Mount Gelmir, I don't remember. Mount G. Um, and then you go further, and you reach the capital city, then the Frost Giant area, and then Farm Azula, and then you return back to the throne, the Elden throne. So it's just like, man, there's so much to this world. Yeah, settings overall, like just exploring. I think that's what really like made the world even cooler, is just exploring it and just finding like little secrets and stuff, which I'm pretty sure there's other stuff I still haven't found. Like I'm very very sure that like um that one boss, the bull thing. Oh god, the fallen star thing. I forget. It's the bull with the pincers. I still haven't fought that. That's the boss that I missed, and apparently there's another version of that somewhere else. And it's just like, okay, there's so much. And then music. The music's really good. I really want to like check out the full OST for the entire game. I'm glad that like the main theme of the game is the final boss theme when you fight Radagon, but I think it changes in when you fight the Elden Beast. I'm not sure, but it's like that bombastic music of just like, man, these Souls games know how to do music really well. Like there's a lot of like songs that are like really eerie and creepy. I think the one that really sticks to me was for the deer boss. I forget what's it called. I think it's called the ancient, the Elden ancient ancestor. That's what they're called. The ancestor, where it's like this very calm music where you're fighting this majestic creature, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. Like it's really really cool. Yeah, it's the music in these games is genuinely like one of the coolest things you can listen to. Like it's not one of those things where it's like, you know, oh man, I can't wait to listen to the entirety of, well, I mean, some people can probably come off from that and just being like, I want to listen to the entirety of Elden Ring's soundtrack, on my walk. Some people do that, actually, now that I think about it, but I do want to have like a full listen to a lot of the songs because they're so bombastic and they fit so well. Yeah, really good soundtrack. And then yeah, I think this is where we can get into the actual meat, the gameplay. This the actual shit about this game. Whoever said that this game was very beginner friendly is wrong. They are so wrong. They are so wrong. It is not a friendly game. It is one of those games where it's like, if you played the previous Souls games, you're gonna be in for a treat. Like even if you played Sekiro and Bloodborne, you're gonna be in for a fucking treat. Because of the fact that this game utilizes almost all the mechanics from those games, which is nuts to think. Like it's the everything Souls game. And they added more, like making the world huge, and then having some sequences where like you're fighting kind of in the open world with some bosses, kind of. The bosses do have a set arena because sometimes if you leave the area, the boss resets. But it's like, I know it's become a meme at this point that this game is essentially big Dark Souls, but it kind of is. It kind of is just big Dark Souls, and it's not a bad thing. It's really a fucking amazing thing to have, because there are moments where you're just not anticipating certain boss fights to happen. Like the dragon, I remember the dragon being a thing of like some gameplay stuff being shown like way earlier, and like if you never saw any of those trailers, that would be a huge surprise of just like walking into like that little area and being like, huh, this is a weird area, and then just this fucking thing just flying down and initiating a boss fight. You're like, what? What do you mean we're starting a boss fight? And I think that's where, like, utilizing both the the Graces and the Stake of America really help, because the Stake of America is essentially just like a checkpoint. It's not a bonfire, a site of grace. It's not that. It's essentially just a checkpoint. So every time you die, you can reset at that point, and you're fine. Essentially, the only unfortunate thing is that like you can't fast travel to that Stake of America. Like you can only transport to other signs of grace. So it's like, okay, it's okay. So yeah, as for like the combat itself, the combat is still fun. There are a lot of weapons that are really fun. There are a lot of weapons that do way better than other ones. Like I was not expecting the katana to be my weapon of choice, but like it was doing so much more damage from like everything else that I had. So I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go with the katana. And it's like, holy shit, good thing I upgraded the hell out of this thing. And it did really well. Maybe with the Elden Beast fight, it was kind of iffy. But with Radagon, it was just like decimating him. So I was like, all right, I'm sticking to this. I would like to try other builds, obviously. And that's the thing about these games is that like it kind of gives you that freedom of like, with the it kind of gives you the freedom of choosing other weapons, and choosing other builds of like either you want to go with, power stance of like using 2 weapons, big giant ones. You can use like 2 great swords, or you can use the shield and sword, or you can use like a knife, like a dagger, and like a long sword or a spear. There's like different variations, or you can use magic. But like I said, the freedom there's a little asterisk with the freedom, because you do have to level up and you do have to figure out, all right, what do I want to spend my points into, and spending my points will kind of lead me into the direction of what weapons I can use. So that's kind of the thing of like these games. It's like there is a certain amount of freedom, but I wouldn't call it freedom. So that's one of those things you kind of get used to. And yeah, just using the mechanics from like the rest of the games, like the jumping was like the craziest thing to think about. And it's like, yeah, they did it in Sekiro, so it's just like it makes sense in this. I'm surprised they didn't like give you like a grappling hook. It's just like, all right, you made it to Sekiro. But yeah, the jumping is just like a crazy thing to think about in a game that is more reminiscent of Dark Souls / Demon Souls. And yeah, like it's a lot of the bosses have the second phase from Bloodborne. Bloodborne kind of did that thing where it's like from then on, most Souls games, bosses have like a second phase, or second form. So it's like, it's nice to see like Bloodborne kind of poured into here, especially with like the crazy celestial stuff being a thing in this. And I think my criticism for the mechanics of this game is the camera, because man, there are moments where the camera really fucks you over, because some bosses move way too fast and you kind of have to like kind of figure out where the fuck they are. And that's the issue with that Elden Beast fight, was that like it goes up into the sky and it's doing a thing, but it's overhead you. Like, yeah, it's overhead. It's way above you where the camera can't even like pinpoint it, and then it's doing a move that you can't see, and you just have to like, pray for a miracle of a roll to happen. Like you got the iframes of whatever the fuck it's doing. So like, yeah, there are moments where like the camera really does like fuck you over. But like I said, it's one of these games where like it's try and try again. That's the key thing about these games, is that like you're not gonna get it the first time. Maybe you are, but there's a good chance that you're not. And if you're not, learn the boss, kind of get used to it, and learn the patterns. Because the thing that the game really does help you with, even though it is a little difficult at times, the spirit ashes. When you summon a spirit, some of them are really overpowered depending on which one you go with. Because I was using the the Beast Man, the antler guys, for like a good while of the game, and like those dudes were so crazy. Like, you know, they're a little sluggish, but they hit pretty hard, and it's cool that they have an arrow. Well, it's just the one guy that I summoned. And then the Mimic tier, you know, before they patched it, the Mimic tier was insane. The Mimic tier, like, you can essentially just like let the Mimic tier go depending on what level you're at. You can just let it go and like do its thing and fight, and it's a little bit more tougher than you are. So it's like, fuck. It's like, all right, that's cool. Yeah, that's the thing, is that like even the bosses are aggressive, but you can lessen that aggression towards you if you use a spirit, and like the game really tries to ensure that you're using the spirits. And then using like the weapon arts is also a cool thing to see. Like there are different variations of like different weapon arts. The blood stuff was obviously really good. And you know, just to see the other stuff, like what else you can do, like the multi-stab stuff, the stomp, the war cry. Like there's other cool stuff that you can like really explore with, which I really enjoyed. Yeah, like I'm trying to think, is there really like any other thing that I can say I didn't enjoy from this game? Because that's the thing, is that like some people are going to like it and some people are not going to like it. It's a very divisive game because obviously that's how all Souls games have been. From fucking Demon Souls. Demon Souls was a fucking divisive game. People thought it was garbage because it was difficult. And then, you know, the first Souls game I ever got into was Dark Souls. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this story, is that like I got to the final boss. This was before the DLC came out, but I got to the final boss and I lent it to a friend of mine, and that friend lent it to someone else, and then I never saw that copy ever again. So it's just like, fuck. All right, I guess. So it wasn't until like later in life where I actually beat no, I beat I beat Dark Souls 2, and I tried going to the DLC for that, but I didn't go that far because I wasn't really enjoying Dark Souls 2 that much. So I think eventually I went back to Dark Souls 1, and I beat the entirety of it. I beat all of it. No, and then Dark Souls 3 came out. And then I beat Dark Souls 3 except for that one boss. And then I went back to Dark Souls 1 and beat everything. And going into Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1 looks like a joke. And then going to Demon Souls is kind of a joke. You know, you're going to get killed. But it's like, they're not as difficult. And then Bloodborne. Actually, I played Demon Souls 2 and then eventually Bloodborne. And then Demon Souls 3, because Demon Souls 3 came after Bloodborne. And then Bloodborne was just a crazy change of stuff. It's like, if you really played those games, you start to see like Bloodborne's like really different because of how fast you're moving, the counter stuff you can do, and that's why people fucking love Bloodborne, because it was so different. You know, and some people love Sekiro because Sekiro is also very different because it's an aggressive game, but you have to realize that your defense is your greatest friend, and that's the thing that a lot of people really enjoyed. And just your posture and your defense are like the greatest things you can have in Sekiro. Of like, an enemy, a boss can look really difficult, but if you break their posture, you could kill the fuck out of them. And that was the cool thing about Sekiro, was just like taking the opportunity of breaking your opponent's posture and really, really getting it down. Yeah, like I said, with this game, it's the same thing. It's like all those games. You have the posture stuff, you have the aggression of Bloodborne, you have like the nuances of both Demon Souls and Dark Souls, you know. And it's, I know this game just came out, but it's like, I would really like to see where they go from here on out. If they're planning on doing another Souls-like game, hopefully it's Bloodborne 2. My god, do I want a Bloodborne 2 so much now. And with jumping, can you imagine? Yeah, I think what really added to this game was the verticality. And I really have to thank Sekiro for that, because Sekiro was an incredible vertical game where you're like fucking hooking onto roofs and shit like that. So it's like, you know, the verticality of this game was such a neat addition where you're like jumping down to like different areas, doing some platforming and stuff, and it's just like, man, it's so cool. And finding like little secrets. So worth it. So worth it. Ah, man. Yeah, any other things that I want to say? Oh, Millennia. Millennia. Yes, Millennia. Tough boss. Really tough boss. Very tough boss. I think close second to that might have to be Radagon / Elden Beast. But holy shit. Like, besides the final boss, that's the only other boss I can think of that, like, just has a second form. Just, like, you go from one boss fight, you have to beat that boss, and then you go straight into another boss fight, and it's just like, holy shit. It's like, god damn. It's like, not even the other bosses have that. Like, you get to 50%, and then they change to, like, a different form, and it's just like, okay, this is doable. But with that, it was just like, oh my god, like, you have to, like, really figure this out. Like, obviously you can stun her at times, but when she does that one attack where she does the multi slashes, you're so fucked. Like, you're so fucked. Unless someone found like really good timing for that, it's very tough. It's a very tough fight. But I got through it. I somehow got through it. Thanks to the Mimic tier. Shout out to Mimic tier. Mimic tier is the best. Even though it got patched, like a lot of things got patched, like the Hoarfrost Stomp was another thing that like could break the game essentially, but that got patched. Yeah, like I'm trying to think, like, is there really anything else I can think of that I didn't like about this game? Camera has always been the major thing, but like, I don't know, it's just like I had so much fun exploring. I had so much fun exploring, finding stuff, fighting bosses. Just everything I liked about Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Sekiro, you know. Just the weirdness of everything just made me want to keep going. You know. And that's the thing, is that, like, obviously I'm not, you know, a pro at these games, but I really enjoy them for some reason. Like, I really enjoy them. Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say, but with that said, I'm gonna have to rate this game. It's a 6 out of 10. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This game's a 10 out of 10 for me. Come on. Come on, what do you think? Get out of here. You think it's not a 10 out of 10 for me? I had such a good time. I'm gonna probably keep going out exploring more, try to get all the trophies. Do a second journey to get the next ending. And it's like, man, it's such a fun time. It's honestly really fun. But like I said, it's one of those things where I feel like if you, I wouldn't say if you're a veteran, but like if you have an understanding for the past games, you're going to have a good time. If you're jumping into this game, you know, head first, you haven't played any other game, any other Souls game before this, or any other Souls-like, you're going to have a rough time. It's very, very, not very difficult, but it's very challenging. And, you know, some people don't like that. You know, some people are a little impatient and they're like, this game fucking sucks because it's hard. And it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, like, the game is not for you. But coming from someone that loves these games, I don't want to put like a fence between that. Like, if you want to enjoy the game and you don't think that you're gonna you know, get mad at it, then yeah, sure, go for it. But I'm one of those mindsets where, yeah, I do get frustrated, but at the same time, I realize I can just try again. That's all it is. Just try again. You know, you're gonna get those moments where it's like, god damn, like I just one pip of that boss's health, and then I died instantly. And it's just like, yeah, I know, it's one of those moments. It happens, but you know, all you can do is just try again. So, yeah, if you like the experience of, you know, trying and trying again, yeah, go for it. And this is the weird thing. I think this is something that I would just want to add. I don't know, like, I like roguelikes. I was talking about Returnal before, but there's something about these games where it's like I enjoy these a little bit more because obviously you do kind of have to go back to the checkpoint. But with roguelikes like Returnal feels harder for me. Like, it feels much more difficult because, you know, you gain all these abilities and stuff, and then when you die, you lose all of it. You basically start from square one. While in this, you know, you die, you lose your souls, but you still have your equipment. And it's just like, that's kind of the difference I feel. And that's one of the things where it's like, I kind of like roguelikes, but at the same time, I kind of like, they're kind of, I don't want to say not for me, but it's more of a love-hate relationship. And with these, of course, these are love-hate because, you know, how difficult some of the bosses can get, but, you know, at the end of it, you still kind of have everything. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Elden Ring is my 10 out of 10. I don't know if I played anything else from this year that I can say 10 out of 10, but yeah, this is a fucking 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10, if I have to even say it. For Souls fans, huge recommendation. For newcomers, I would say start at like Dark Souls. Dark Souls. Start at Dark Souls. If you like Dark Souls is a good game. You know, there's some moments where it's a little jank, specifically the Bed of Chaos, but, you know, if you like Dark Souls, yeah, then you can go forward. Maybe play Dark Souls 2. Maybe play Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is not my favorite. Play Bloodborne. Bloodborne is perfect. Bloodborne is super perfect because you get used to the aggression and the second phase stuff, and it's like, yeah, Bloodborne is super perfect. And then possibly Sekiro. And, you know, because Sekiro is very different. Yeah, there's a part of me that actually wants to replay Sekiro, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's such a good game. It's such a fantastic game. I'm so glad I beat it. I'm so glad that I can just I beat it, yet I want to return to it. That's how crazy it is. That's how you know this game is like a game of the year contender for me. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So, review over. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 technically. So I guess we're gonna be going back to the regular schedule of whatever the fuck else I was playing, because this game was taking over the entire stream, and now that we're done. So 729 deaths. Surprisingly, not 730. I was gonna do a little joke where I was just gonna jump off and like die, but the little ding doesn't go off, so yeah, just fuck it. It's not gonna work. It's all right. But 729. There could be more, could be less. Obviously, you know, during the whole stream, I have to press it manually, and I have to remember to press it. And you know, there were moments from the chat saying that like, "Did you press it?" And I'm like, "Wait, did I press it?" So you know, it could be more, it could be less. And then also with me grinding off stream, there were obviously moments where like I was actually like trying to count and make sure, but there are moments where I just like forgot to count. So like I said, it's probably more, probably less than 800 deaths. I have to say like maybe 800 is like the max, but like 729, you know, it's possible. It's possible that I am at 729. It could be a 740, but I don't think it's not really higher than 800. So, but man, it's a good game. It's a good game. All right, so that is it for the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be uploading all the rest of the fucking footage, you know, at a point. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back next time with something else. Yeah, with something else. Bye, Elden Ring. I'm the Elden Lord now. Yeah, I did it. All right, bye-bye.